Hey guys, I'm Ryan.
I'm Adam.
And this is Two Neighbors. So Adam, what are we checking out today?
All right, so as you all know, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock in the face.
He did? I'm just kidding.
Are you under a rock? So yes, Will Smith did a very tasteless thing and slapped Chris Rock across the face. And I gotta hand it to Chris Rock, he handled it very well. But Bert Kreischer apparently has something to say about Will Smith in this next video that we're gonna watch. So it's entitled Bert Kreischer Tells the Will Smith Story. So, who knows what this Will Smith story has to talk about?
The one thing when I saw that, I was thinking is like, when Will Smith was walking up there, he's walking up there with a purpose.
Oh yeah.
In his mind, is he thinking, I'm gonna lay this guy with a punch, and like last second, he's like, I can't, so here comes a slap? Or did he get out of his seat and say, I'm gonna go slap this man?
I think,
I
think in his mind, he knew that he was probably gonna, I think he decided the slap he could get away with without being like jumped by police. A punch is a really bad, but he did slap him pretty hard.
He did, he got him pretty good.
He got him pretty good, so I don't know, like when I first saw it, as all of you thought like this was set up, because Chris Rock and Will Smith are actually friends, well they were friends, but like, yeah, I couldn't imagine just going and slapping like a friend across the face for like such a PG, such a PG joke. So anyways, let's see what Bert Kreischer has to say about it. Before we begin, guys, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, Two Neighbors. We really would appreciate it. And don't forget to turn on the little bell for notifications because we post content a fair amount and we don't want you to miss it. And as always, check out okanswag.com, punch in Two Neighbors in the coupon code checkout, and you'll receive 20% off plus free shipping and pay no tax on some sweet Canadian swag. Keep calm.
Oh God, that's cool.
With the belly included.
Yeah. Belly sold separate.
Belly sold separate. All right, Ryan, let's do it.
And I'm friends with Will. I love Will. Will started my career.
It's one of your big stories.
Yeah, you don't think I'm fucking terrified to tell that? Will Smith wanting to fuck me in the ass? You don't think I'm terrified to tell that fucking story? You don't think I have a slap coming my way when I see him? I have to fucking write that guy off. Because if I see him in a fucking studio and he's walking up, I'm like, fuck him, dude. He's coming to hit me.
I didn't realize. He
doesn't have a fucking sense of humor. I've been talking about him wanting to fuck me in the ass for how long? Fucking 20 years.
I mean, you came on the after show and did it with me, dude. Like,
the first thing when Chris Rock got slapped, I go, I got one of those coming.
Yeah. I didn't realize the name of the story was that Will Smith wanted to fuck you.
Did he really? I don't know the story.
Well, I'm not going to tell it now.
How do you know he wanted to fuck you in the ass?
He invited him to a movie.
You're making this worse. He did not want to fuck me in the ass.
Oh.
Everyone, hey, Will, if you're listening, I know you did not want to fuck me in the ass.
Bert thinks that he did. When I heard the story,
my motherfucker.
Because you've heard the rumors, so did you get like a vibe? Oh, sorry.
Stop the fucking story.
Oh, all right.
I mean, because a while ago I was thinking.
You are such a cunt. You are such a fucking cunt. You better have Tito's. You better have Tito's in here if we're gonna do this story.
Travis, will you get Bert some Tito's, please?
Just something to drink. Anything to drink for a fucking grown-up.
Would you just get him?
Actually, I think we have some upstairs.
Go upstairs and get him a beverage, because the point is that before all this, there was a time when Bert told me a story.
Okay.
And he did at least wonder if maybe Will Smith wanted to do that to him. And also some of his loved ones in his life told him he definitely did.
Oh,
if I remember the story right.
Yes.
I listen, I consider you a friend, and
I don't know the story.
Do you remember when I was working the door at the Boston Comedy Club?
Sure.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
That's a good idea.
No, it's a great idea. It's a great idea. Hey, there's a shark in the water. Let's go swimming. Someone is known publicly as a serial abuser of comedians. Why don't you tell a story about him?
It's already out there, dude.
Yeah,
it's already out there.
And you tell stories better now than you used to. Like,
It's not gonna get better.
If I've heard it, I don't remember it.
You don't remember this?
If I've heard it, I don't know. My memory is losing.
I'm very interested. Please tell the story already.
To not know that's
absolutely.
just you and me. That's not. Jim feels ostracized.
So I was working the door at the Boston Comedy Club. A guy named David Tochterman comes in, discovers me. I do a set on a Thursday night. Follow DC Benny. I love the small parts of his story.
Sure.
He's like, hey man, we want to do a deal. I work for Overbrook. That's Will Smith's production company. Want to do a development deal. I'm working the door. 6-figure development deal is hanging over my head and said, all you got to do is you got to meet Will. If Will likes you, deal's set in stone. And I was like, great. and they're like, he's in town next week. He's at the Hit Factory uptown. Go to the studio. He's doing his new album, Millennium. And meet him. If he likes you, you're good. Now, here's the thing you need to understand is I love Will Smith. I've always loved Will Smith. I love him as a rapper. Me and my dad would watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So, and
you and your dad ever watched 6 Degrees of Separation?
No, we did not. So I love hip hop. So I know so I'm like, I'm set up to win in this.
Sure.
Yeah. So I go up to the Hit Factory with Barry Katz. I remember I bought a camera and I was like, hey man, can you take a picture of me and Will? And Barry's like, Papa, if you want to work with stars, you don't act like you're not a star. And I was like, okay. So they take me into this dance room, like a dance studio, 2 folding chairs facing each other. And they're like, Will will be in a second. Mirrors everywhere. Will walks in and all I remember is this is what bothered me about this whole thing is that's not the guy I know. The thing that when you go, that guy is star potential, Will has all of that. He is a hurricane of personality. And he gives me one hug. He says, one love. He sits down and I'm off to the races. I'm like, I love hip hop. I love you. I love Philly. I grew up, my mom's from Philly. She's from Malvern. I love black people. You're black. I love gay. What happened to Tupac? Who killed him? Do you listen to Juvenile's new album? I mean, I'm off to the races. Yeah. And all I remember him saying is like, I like you. And I'm like, good. And he goes, what are you doing tonight? And I was like, huh? He goes, let's go to the movies. Like, okay. So he's like, all right, Planet Hollywood, 7 o'clock. I'll see you there. And I was like, cool. So I get out, get in the car, I get in a taxi. So when they had the old Nokia brick phones, and I call my dad, and he goes, how did it go? I said, great. He's like, really? I said, yeah, we're going to the movies. And my dad's like, on a date? Like, no, like, just, we're going to the movies. And he's like, what do you mean, just you and him? And I was like, yeah. He's like, where? I said, Planet Hollywood. And he goes, oh, buddy. I'm so sorry. This is one of those casting couch things. He goes, I think he wants to fuck you in the ass. I go, what are you talking about, Dad? And he goes, this is very popular in Hollywood. These guys, fuck yes. Fuck yes.
See, Bert?
He's like, these guys in Hollywood, they get so tired of pussy that the only thing that turns them on is the look on a young boy's face when they fuck him in the ass.
Which it's amazing insight for your dad to
Yeah.
have. He's not like a Hollywood guy. is he?
Absolutely, but he wishes he was.
What a fucking Hail Mary pass of insight of the Hollywood. No, I know what they like. I said, are you serious? My dad goes, buddy, what's more possible? The fact that you're so talented that after doing stand-up for 6 months, that the biggest movie star in the world wants to make a sitcom about you, or that he's gay and he wants to fuck you in the ass? I'm like, fuck in the ass.
That's not supportive.
I said, what do I do, Dad? Do I not show up? He goes, oh, no, show up. Show up. He goes, I could be wrong. He goes, look, buddy, eat shit, cash checks. Show up. But I can't let my only son go into a gunfight not knowing what's happening.
Right.
So I go, all right. So I dress frumpy. I get.
You want to be unattractive?
I want to be unattractive. I go up to Planet Hollywood. Now I'm like, what the fuck am I doing at Planet Hollywood? Is there a movie theater here?
That's what I was thinking. Like, that's not usually people
Where
are
you
like,
go for a
let's
movie.
go to the movies. Planet Hollywood's a restaurant.
Yeah. So I go up to Planet Hollywood. I go to the front desk and I go, is Will Smith here? And they're like, oh yeah, in the back. And I was like, oh, thank God. It's a mannequin of him. And I'm coming back. I'm like, no, I'm looking for Will Smith, the actor. The look on the woman's face is like, yeah, this isn't where celebrities go to hang out. Like, you'll never see a celebrity here. And I said, no, I'm supposed to meet Will Smith here to watch a movie. And she's like, the fuck do you?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, no, Will Smith isn't coming here to watch a movie. A movie theater? She goes, no, we don't have a fucking movie theater. Planet Hollywood. And I'm like, all right. Whatever in my head, I'm like, I got fucked, but at least I'm not getting fucked in the ass.
Yeah.
So I sit down. I go, do you mind if I wait for him? She's like, yeah, wait for Will Smith. Robert De Niro's on his way. In the waiting room of Planet Hollywood, the lobby or whatever. All of a sudden, out of a glass door to the side of me, it opens up, and a 6'7", 350-pound black man named Charlie Mack sticks his head out, and he goes, you Bert? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, downstairs. And I'm like, fuck. I'm going to have to fuck this guy, too. This guy fucking starts it and loosens me up for the... Right? Yeah, sure. So I follow this guy downstairs, and I get downstairs, and there are 10 black dudes, all in a room maybe this big, curtains, velvet curtains around everything. It's an empty room, velvet curtains this big, 10 black dudes standing in silence. And I'm like, this is going to be a long fucking night. These 10 black dudes, Charlie Mack, Will Smith, I'm sure he's bringing Jazzy Jeff. Probably. So I don't say anything to anyone. I just literally stand there. I don't talk to anyone. I just kind of look down. I feel like I'm in the wrong fucking room.
Yeah.
10 minutes goes by, and Will Smith shows up once again, a hurricane of personality. And I swear to God, on my fucking children, he's with Jazzy Jeff. I swear to God, on my children, Jazzy Jeff's with him. And he looks around and he goes, "Hey, guys, this is Bert." And everyone's like, "All right." And they start walking at me. I'm like, okay. I'll start sucking their dicks, right? I'll suck their dicks, see if I can get out of it that way. I don't mind swallowing cum, and fucking me in the ass is going to make for a long fucking story. As they all walk towards me, the curtains behind me open up. I feel it on my heels, and they reveal a private movie theater behind me. And Will Smith goes, "What do you want to drink?" And I was like, "A Long Island iced tea." And he was like, "Okay." He was like, "You like shrimp?" I was like, "I love shrimp." He goes, "Get us the best seats." And so I go, "Okay." So I get us the 2 best seats in the movie theater, right? And we watch a movie. We watch American Pie. And part of me goes, is this a test to find out if I'm funny or what I laugh at because we're like in a TV show?
Or is it kind of, because it's kind of a horny comedy too?
Yeah.
Is there something to that?
And everyone kind of gets up and he hits me and he's like real private, personal space. He goes, "What'd you think?" I said, "It was great. It's a great movie." He goes, "No. What did you think about the room?" I go, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Bert, you said you were a hip-hop fan. Take a look around." And I look around. It is all the legends of hip-hop. He had invited them there so I could meet them because I told him I was a hip-hop fan. Right next to me is fucking Biz Markie. I go, "I could have fucked Biz Markie." Are you fucking serious? And then he was the greatest thing that ever happened in my life. He took me out to Hollywood. He introduced me to all the networks. He taught me how to sell a show. He was the greatest. I saw his dick. That's a great story. I saw his dick. He's got a fucking hog on him.
He does?
Yes. And Jim, we go into ABC, right? And this is my very first pitch. Jamie Tarsis, sewer pitching too. We go in, and I had to piss so bad. I go into the bathroom to piss, and Will walks in with me, and he's going in to give me a pep's talk. He's like, "Here's what you need to know about Hollywood." And he starts pissing, and it sounds like a fucking civil rights fire hose. It is so loud. It is, I hear German shepherds barking. It is and you know when you hear a dude's piss, you go, "That's a big
There's a
dick."
giant penis attached to that sound.
I look over and I'm like, "Motherfucker, that guy's got a cock on him." And I can't piss. Immediately I can't piss. And all I'm thinking is just piss, just piss, just piss. But he's giving me the insights of how to work Hollywood. Here's what you need to know. And I'm not listening to any of it.
But also, ironically, like you were worried that he was trying to do something with you in that movie theater, and you're the one pecker checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, ironically, yes. Yeah, honestly, ironically, yes.
Is he charismatic in a room trying to sell a show?
Yeah. Yeah, he is. And look, man, I know that you're not supposed to talk good about Will Smith right now, but like, he is the kind of guy that when you see him interact with people, you go, "How long did you grow up with that guy?" And he's like, "No, I just met him." And you're like, "What the fuck?" He has this energy about him that is so overwhelming. This is a bad analogy, okay? And because I know I'm going to be made fun of. But he reminded me a lot of the time of Godfrey. You know, Godfrey Godfrey has that thing about him that just brings you in.
Godfrey can literally walk into a room, know nobody, and he's the star in the room. It's crazy.
Godfrey draws focus when he walks in a room. Will Smith draws focus. And here's the other thing about Will is he doesn't need to speak. He's one of the guys that he can listen, smile, and be like, okay. And you feel like he's giving you energy to make it better. Like that was the one thing I was amazed. We go into pitch meetings, he would say nothing. The one word he'd say would brilliant. It would take the room down, and he gives you like, so like we went into NBC, and Will knew everyone at NBC, and like everyone was like, "Tell us how you been. I'm so proud of you. Congrats on the movies. You're killing it." And then all of a sudden we realize we're in there selling a sitcom about me, and I go, and they're like, "Well, wait, hold on. Enough about you. Tell us about Bert." And Will goes, "Bert, tell him your story." And I go, "Now this is a story all about," and he starts going and just gets into it. Like he's like fucking
just with you.
He's the best,
with
man.
you.
He's the fucking best.
Do you think he was flirting? I'm just going back to that first story.
That's good.
Yeah, you know, I think like it's really sad, like a guy like Will Smith who has like a history of being like the nice guy, does everything right, says all the right things, has that glow and ambiance to him of being a movie star, and then he does that one stupid thing, and it's just like everyone doubts him now.
That I think it comes down to like being willing to be in the public eye as a celebrity and having to be perfect, because I think we've all made mistakes. We've all done things in our lives that if we were celebrities,
Yeah.
the tabloids would go to town. I mean,
Yeah.
most of us haven't, walked up to a comedian, slapped them in their face, but we've all done some shit. And,
Yeah, that's true.
I think part of it is like, it wasn't directed at Will, it was directed at his wife, and I think, she's gone through some stuff. I don't think that a lot of people realize like how much she's gone through.
Yeah.
And Will Smith has been along there with her going through this, seeing how much, and you know what? I don't think like she ever would have been like, go do that. I think she was probably mortified and embarrassed by it.
Yeah.
But we're human, and in that moment, that was what he decided to do,
Yep.
right or wrong, and
I guess he felt like he had he's like, I'm Will Smith. I'm not happy with what just happened here. And
he did have a bit of a swagger going up. And
oh
coming
yeah,
back about
it was
like,
as if he took pride in it.
Yeah.
And, but I love Will Smith and his past work. I actually read his biography. Actually, I did the audiobook, and you can listen to him talk and hearing the passion that he has of he literally set out to be a movie star. Like he was like, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it. And just dedicate himself to being that guy. So crazy achievements that he's gone through, and obviously this is one of the downfalls of being a celebrity is that everyone scrutinizes you when you do wrong. So
yeah, and if you want to slap the shit out of people, you got to do it in private. Bottom line.
turn off the camera.
Yeah. What did the hand say to the face?
Nope.
Slap.
So good video. I'm glad we got to watch that hilarious story by Bert Kreischer. He is one funny guy and clearly has a lot of respect for Will Smith. But great story. Guys, if you have a suggestion, hashtag my request down below in the comment section with URL link. And don't forget to leave a, sorry, it's been a while. Don't forget to leave a link in the comment section, and we will do our best to get to your video. And as always, check out oknswag.com, punch in 2 neighbors in the coupon code checkout, and you'll receive 20% off plus free shipping and pay no tax on some sweet Canadian swag. Right?
Yes, sir.
You know what to do.
Like, share, and subscribe. When you hit that subscribe button, make sure you turn on that bell for notifications. We post new content all the time. We don't want you to miss it. I think that's it.
That's it. That's it for our show today, guys. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Later, guys.